There was a hotel on the edge of town that no one stayed in anymore. The Silverpine Inn had been closed for years after a series of strange disappearances. Guests who checked in but never checked out. Locals said the problem started with room 313, when Mark, a young travel blogger, heard the story. He saw it as the perfect chance for viral content. "I'll spend one night in room 313, he announced to his followers. "No ghosts are keeping me out." He bribed the caretaker to let him in for one night. The man's hands trembled as he handed over the key. "If you hear knocking," he said, "don't answer." Mark laughed it off and filmed his arrival. The hotel was covered in dust, the air thick and stale. Room 313 was at the end of a dark hallway. The number on the door was scratched, almost clawed. Inside, everything was still an old bed, a cracked mirror, wallpaper peeling like dead skin. Mark set up his camera and began recording. "This is where people vanished," he whispered dramatically. "Let's see if the stories are true." Hours passed. Nothing happened. Midnight came and went. Then, around 3 a.m., there was a faint knock at the door. Knock, knock. Mark froze. He remembered the caretaker's warning, but thought this could be great footage. He opened the door. No one was there. He stepped into the hallway. The lights flickered, and at the far end he saw a figure, pale, long-haired, standing perfectly still. "Hey!" He called out. The figure twitched once, then began moving, toward him, not walking, but gliding. Mark slammed the door shut and pressed his back against it. Silence. Then the knocking returned, louder, faster. "Knock, knock, knock," he shouted. "Go away." The knocking stopped. He turned toward the camera, but the lens now showed someone standing behind him. A tall woman in a tattered dress, her head tilted unnaturally, her mouth a black void. The lights went out when the caretaker opened the room the next morning. The bed was empty. The camera was still recording, pointed at the door. The last frame showed the room perfectly normal, except for one thing. A message appeared on the mirror behind the bed, written in fog. Another guest checked in. Now, they say room 313 still calls to curious souls. And if you listen closely, sometimes you can hear faint knocking from inside, even though the room has been locked for years.